Hey, what's up mga kabets? I'm gonna make a 40,000 mile review on my 2020 4runner 5th gen. It was the Sports Rally 5-speed, or most commonly known as SR5. I'm gonna make a quick review, walk around on my rig. What's the mud I put, what's my suspension, what's my overlanding gear, and what are my regrets on the muds I put. So stay tuned. For my suspension, I got the stage 2 icon. The difference between the stage 1 is it has an upper control arm and extended long travel for the shocks. And at the back, I had for my spring, I don't know if you can see it, but it was the 3 inches at the back. It was the Overland spring. And for my tires, it's a BFG KO2 with fuel tactic rims. It was a -12. I like this BFG KO2. It's quiet on the freeway in terms of all-terrain tires. I believe this is the golden standard for all-terrain, because although it's not best on everything, but it's good in everything. And next to it is my DeMello rock sliders. It's made by dome metal, dome tubings. I like this one. And I have one here for my tire carrier. It's made by, next one is my tire carrier. My tire carrier is made by Detours of Maine. It took me around 3 months per weight. I like this one compared to the competition because this one is really next close to the body, and it was the cheapest compared to the competition. This is around 700. The only cons on this one is you have to powder coat of your choice. You have to do the powder coat, or you have to spray it by yourself. And for my drop down table, this was made by 4runner. I mean 4runner. There you have it. And underneath here, I'll try to show it to you guys. There he is. I ratchet strap it, and that chain used to be the one used for your spare tire to hang it. So how you do is like you refill it with your water from your garden hose. It uses your water pressure from the house, so it builds up its own water pressure. So when I need it, I just plug in the hose there. I believe I'm the only one who did this. And when I'm on the road, what I do is I put some gloves here just to make sure the tube here, the pipe, is still clean, so it won't have like a debris or anything. I just put Velcro on it, so no dust, so it's like kind of dust proof. So when I use it, I remove it and plug the hose here. And underneath my spare is where my water port. It's my water system on my 4runner. Is around 3 gallons, I guess, or less. And for my roof rack, it's made by Gobi Ladder, and it took me around 6 months to have it. And on this one I have a review. You can see on my previous video about my shower tent awning slash privacy tent. And I have my snorkel. The only hard part on the snorkel is when I put a hole on my 4runner. That's the hard part to see, when you're putting a hole on your fender. And for my lightnings, my fog lights, I just bought that on Amazon. It's not that expensive, but the thing is, it does the job. That's important to me. And for the front, I have the Southern style off-road bumper where you can put a hinge here, but I didn't put the hinge because it's too heavy and I don't need it on my application. And here for my awning, it's the room awning, which is helpful, especially in off-road. Oh, for underneath my trunk, underneath my vehicle is my skid plate. For my skid plate is a TRD skid plate on the front. And underneath is the Talon's garage skid plate slash catalytic converter protector. But you know, I'm here in California. Catalytic converter is notorious here because they don't punish the scam bag. And I'm still running my old stock skid plate on the middle. So up here is my recovery board, just in case it gets stuck, and 2 gallons roto packs for extra fuel. Inside my 4runner, all change is the shifter. It's made by AJT. And so far, that's it. Oh, at the back, that's where I hang all of my stuff. You can see I'm a fan of patches, and these are my fire extinguisher. No, fan of all those stickers. And for my basher, so far none. For you. just joking. The only regrets or cons about my 4runner in terms of modding my 4runner is when I'm doing my suspension. At first I started with a spacer just to lift it up to look cool, but when I do off-roading, so I realized I need to change it. So I went up again to the cheaper one in terms of suspension system. I went with Bilstein 5100. It's around 300 that time from front and the back. But when I do off-roading like around 4 hours, reality bites, doesn't really good. So I went up with Icon Stage 2, which is I really like. So I hope I bought it the first time. But the Stage 2 comes with a 2-inch spring at the back. I thought it was okay. And one time I gear up everything with my kids at the back, and my 4runner kind of sagged. So I went to a steeper spring, change again to steeper spring, the 3-inch Icon spring, the Overland series. Now it's all good. So my opinion about it is, if you want to buy something that you really like, just save the money and buy it, go straight forward to that one. Because if you don't, you're gonna be like me and keep buying stuff. It's like it's like a trial and error, which is expensive, especially on suspension. So if you guys want to buy like Icon Stage 2, save the money and buy for that one. You're gonna save money on labor for putting those parts. On my case, I don't spend that money on labor because I'm a DIY person. But for all you guys there, just save the money and straight ahead to the things you like, and you'll not regret it. So there you have it, guys. That's my 40,000 mile review on my 4runner. Still early to tell, but we all know that the engine is bulletproof and tested by times. All you can see, the first gen are still on the road and doing some crazy stuff, so I'm not worrying about it. I'm still enjoying. Just always remember what King said: don't judge the book when it's closed. All right, peace out.